we are back for another live show here. What is up? What is up, everyone? Welcome back in. Live qualifying show here, Foxborough. Hope everybody had a good week off there and enjoyed your time off. Spent some time with the fam or something. I know I did. We had a good off week there. Did some stuff. So anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in. Got our drink of the day here, a little Captain and Cola there, and we are here. We have 250 East A group qualifying going on here. We got Cameron McAdoo with that red plate, and we'll see how long he holds on to that. He is one much like Smith here. I'm kind of just waiting for the other shoe to drop. It has gone that way before. We've seen it time and time again. So we will see. We'll see how this goes here. Interesting that Mitch has both red plates right now, but yeah, we'll see how it goes here. It looks like we've got Bennick and McAdoo jumped out to the front here. Now we're back in Foxborough. For everybody who doesn't know, which I'm sure y'all do if y'all are watching this, they had a mass amount of rain over the last day or two here. They did have the track covered, so it's been pretty good. It was kind of funny though. Group C there, we had well, we've actually seen it twice now. Towers did it in the practice for futures, and then we saw it in 250 Group C session 2 here of somebody got off and ended up in, I think it was Paulie, ended up in the mud that they pushed off the track and was literally, he was stuck, his bike was stuck, everybody was stuck. It was wild. So thanks everybody who's tuned in so far here. Hopefully we get some more of you guys in here so everybody can enjoy this here. All right, so as of right now, it looks like we got ANC on top, Deegan second. Deegan thing's super interesting. We'll talk about this more on the main show here, but him going and training at the sandbox with Kenny is interesting. I did a little digging to kind of see. Nobody seemed to know a whole lot about it. One person did say that was very interesting because he had thought that part of the reason Kitchen left Star was because he didn't want to be around the whole Deegan thing and didn't really care for Deegan. So he wasn't sure how exactly that was going, but you know, whatever. Well, Muppet, sorry your video pass sucks today. That's terrible. Been there, done that before, back in the day before I had some halfway decent internet out here, but hopefully that gets better for you come race time. So anyway, yeah, Deegan training at the sandbox was interesting. There's that insta banger of him just blitzing the whoops, which was he definitely had some speed there. So we'll see, and he appears to have it today. He's definitely more up towards the top of the board. He was more 5 to 10 earlier here. He says all his injuries are kind of healed up, so that's good. It all works out better for us anyway because we just have more guys basically to battle it out then. So track today, super duper interesting, kind of silty, rocky, moon dirt type stuff, which is what we've seen here before in Foxborough. Like we've seen this over and over again. MetLife has the same thing. It's kind of a silty, kind of rocky dirt there. Be interesting to see if anybody gets a flat tire tonight. I know they've kind of brought that up here, that's a possibility, but unlikely. But at the same time, with the way this year's going, could happen. So anyway, ANC being the fastest here so far really isn't a huge surprise. ANC's really fast. He just can't put it together in a race for some reason. I'm not sure why, but he can't. So the track crew's done a great job with this track so far. It's very raceable here. It's basically, man, there's just people down left and right everywhere. I think that was Bennick that was down. So Casey Cochran is making his pro debut. Finally, I'm not sure how that confidence is going for him. He was fastest in C group here for session 2, which was good. And in fact, at that point, he was fastest overall for the 250 guys, which makes me believe that this session will be faster. And I think ANC's time right now actually is faster than session 1, but I don't, of course, I'm not smooth enough to write that kind of stuff down. Why would I do that? That'd be crazy. So And there he is. Anstey's hilarious because he's just so honest and open when he does interviews. It's just hilarious. No one else acts like that. And for him to just be like, "Oh yeah, I had a rock stuck in my rear wheel and then I completely forgot about the interview, so my bad." Just something great to watch. It's a nice attitude to have. Oh look, there's tough blocks laying in the middle of the track. Should we throw the red cross flag? Trials and tribulations here of racing. So, welcome in everybody. Appreciate you guys tuning into the live show here. Again, not super long live show. There's the maker of the hams on screen now, Seth Hamaker, currently setting third in this qualifying session here with a 53.7, so about 7/10 off Anstey's time. Oh boy. I will tell you, so those whoops, it's cool that they can skim them. I like that jump into him quad line. That's really fast. So I do actually like this track here. I feel like this track is going to be pretty racy tonight. That there's a lot of options as far as racing goes, which hopefully will translate. Like, we'll see, but hopefully it'll translate here at some point. Let's see here. Vial sitting fourth. Be interesting to see what Vial does tonight. He's openly admitting that this is kind of just was supposed to be another learning year for him, and yet here he is, right in the middle of this title fight. So, there's Dax going 4-4 through the whoops. Wow, that was sick. Good body English there over that table. I wonder if anybody's going to quad that section. I don't think we've seen anybody do it yet. I wonder if the 450 guys will do it. If anybody hasn't, the Marvin Muskin Gypsy Tales podcast is really interesting because Marv talks about doing quads and how scary they are, because on the 450s you could actually overjump a lot of these quads. So you got to be really precise. The 250 class is a little easier, he says, because you're just basically going wide open into these things. That 3-3 there is really big too right before the finish. That's a big line. So let's see here. Dax was a 54.1 and doesn't improve on that apparently. So, all right. And he's not happy. That was an aggressive tear-off pull. Double over the big one, double, and jump into the whoops. Yeah, that jump into the whoops 4-4 line's really fast. I'll be interested to see what Jet and them in the 450 class do with that here as we go along. Hey, we're getting some more people tuned in now. Thanks, everybody. We're going to try to do these the rest of the year here for qualifying. Do a live qualifying show here. So if you guys enjoy not listening to Dan Hubbard and Justin Brayton, although Justin Brayton's really good. Dan's a nice guy, but I don't know. I don't particularly care for his style. And I would tell him that straight to his face. I'm not a huge fan of the way that you make the show go and flow and everything. And sometimes he just makes comments that are just really off the wall and like not following the flow of the conversation, which is strange. So, not saying I could do a better job. I'm not even going to jump into that pool there, but yeah, there's just, I don't know. I feel like maybe we had some people Daniel Blair that were a lot better at that. I know Daniel's more of an analyst per se, but I don't know. Anyway, all right, so here we go. We got Tom Vial on here, MX2 world champion, coming over here battling for Supercross supremacy. A little interesting tidbit here, and we'll talk about this on the main show too, because I'm going to get Justin's take. Oh, Hamaker's in the mud. Oh, that's rough. How do you even end up there? Oh, we're going to see this. What? Oh, he got squirrely. Oh, he jumped the berm. Oh, that's rough. Yep. Well, and just like that, your qualifying session is over. Seth, you all right? Yeah, dude, I'm fine. I landed that. Stuck that landing. Literally stuck it. Yeah, take the helmet off, bro. Oh, man, that's rough. Paulie being stuck in the mud last session was hilarious. Or on the C group, that was hilarious. And here's the thing, like, they can't get that bike out of there. They're going to have to come in with the skiddy and dig the bike out of there, because that thing is buried. God, it's buried up to the top of the cases. Oh my God, that is terrible. What a great picture. Man, Let me see if I can get a picture of that for the old lame. Oh, that's it. We're done. Okay, and just like that, we're done. So Ansty gets her done overall with a 53-0. Deegan 6 with a 54-0. So second off. Oof. Oof. Interesting. Super interesting. Casey Cochran in third with a 53-5. That is wild there. Absolutely wild. How's he going to do in the racing? I don't have high hopes. Let's just put it that way. But I've seen weirder things. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully you're enjoying your Saturday. You got a drink of choice like I do. You're taking in the qualifying. You're getting something done at your house or something done personally that you wanted to. Make sure to comment down below, guys. Any thoughts here? I'm because I fly solo on this show, I'm willing to banter back and forth through the comment section here on this one. And if anybody's interested, we're gonna be opening up here very soon a Thirsty Thursday bench racing session. We're gonna have a members area right here on YouTube that you can join, where you can come in. You'll go in the live chat, and I will read off any questions or comments or anything that you guys have there, and just spend an hour every Thursday kind of bantering back and forth with you. We're going to call it the Thirsty Thursday Bench Racing Hour. I'm going to have a couple of drinks. Maybe I'll get Justin or Cole or somebody else in here to have some drinks and talk. I mean, we can talk anything on that show. We can talk motocross, supercross, life, conspiracy theories, money, business, religion, whatever you guys want to talk on that show, we'll be able to. So again, look for that coming soon here, a members area here on YouTube. But getting back to qualifying here at Foxborough, super interesting that Cochran was that fast. But I guess too, here's the thing, he was Group C, track was completely fresh. Oh, now we got the 450 guys on the line. Track was completely fresh, and he was out there basically, you know, on a super smooth track. So that's kind of how that went. So anyway, yeah, 450 guys on the line, but I'm sure they're digging Haymaker's bike out here. Oh, let's listen to this Max Ansty interview.
Interview with me. Hey, you're looking good out there. What's it going to take to get that first one of the season tonight? Oh man, cliche stuff comes down to the start and clicking off your laps and trying not to go over any of these berms and into all those mud holes that I've seen a few other guys go into. Man, it's a tricky track. It's slick. The weather can't make up its mind whether it's raining or not. I know there's a few Brits here, so I'm pretty sure they must have brought the weather with them. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes tonight, but I'm feeling good. The whole team have done a great job in this little break, and bike's rocking and rolling. All right, well, Max Ansty, look at it.
All right, and that's Max Ansty, everybody. Yeah, those mud holes are crazy, because if you get caught in that, like Haymaker did, like Theodore Pauly did, like Gavin Towers did, you are basically, you're screwed. Your night's done. It's over. Like, there's, especially like from what I've been seeing, like they have to go in and dig you out with a skiddy. Like, that's what they're doing right now, is they're digging out Haymaker's bike with a skid steer. What do we got here? Total purse, $10 million for Super Motocross. 17 Supercrosses, 11 Pro Motocrosses, top 20. Qualified directly in, 21 through 30. End up in the LCQs. Yep. If a competitor wins the Supercross main event, they're already qualified in. Now we've got the Foxborough Stadium and Gillette Stadium. Okay. I don't know why we're showing these here. Oh, those are when we were in there. So we were there 83, 84, and 90 at Foxborough Stadium, and now we've been in Gillette Stadium 16, 18, 22. All years that I've had the show. So I've seen every single Gillette Stadium race since we've been coming here, which is cool. I remember when they did bring this up, and everybody was like, "Sweet, we're going back to the Northeast," because we hadn't been to the Northeast in I don't know how many years. And now we do this, and we alternate with whatever the one is in New York there. I'm blanking on the name. I'm sure somebody will come in the comments and just completely slay me and make me look like hey, they got Haymaker's bike out. See him riding there. Yeah, and completely slay me for not knowing that name of that stadium, but that's okay. That's okay. So just a few rounds left here, which is interesting to the point of these guys have 4 rounds. Two of them are showdowns, and then the West guys have 3 rounds, and 2 of them are showdowns. So interesting to see here how these points battles really chase out as far as the 250 guys go. But enough 250 talk. Now we're back to 450s here. So Jet is back. Apparently no major issues from that issue with Barsha there in St. Louis, and we're getting ready. Fake gate drop. Here we go. Who is that? Oh, Cooper Webb. Look at Cooper Webb jumping there. Wow. What a start by Coop. Interesting. Super interesting here. Oh, Jet. Case the shit out of that. Look at Webb go. And this is what they've talked about here. And I know this is just a fake start, and this is just qualifying, whatever. But this is what they've been talking about since basically the St. Louis race 2 weeks ago. Jet has kind of let Webb hang around and hang around and hang around and hang around. And this is basically the guy that you don't want to let hang around and hang around and hang around, because if there's anybody who will find a way to get it done, it is Webb. Oh, he missed that 4-4 through there. He had to go 3-3-2 through the whoops there. Over the table, boom. I really am curious if anybody can quad over that, because if you quad over that and go inside, that'd be quick to go the inside here for that little switchback section, basically. Yeah, Webb's looking saucy right now. Looking real saucy. Should I use bacon grease as filter lube? Probably not. Would probably use extra virgin olive oil for your filter lube. That'd be great. So Webb jumping out front here in this practice session. Looking real spicy here. Which, I mean, he's only 8 points down. And, some interesting facts I heard this week is that Chase is actually closer to the lead this year at this point than he was last year. Last year, he was much farther away. What in the hell did he just do jumping into the whoops there? Kind of mistimed that thing. He's being real aggressive there. I mean, he just spun that front wheel, didn't even move when he spun around there. Webb just being an aggressive man, you know what I'm saying? Thanks, everybody, for tuning in here to watch this. I'm very curious to see how Webb plays these last 5 rounds, because Webb has, I mean, let's face it, Webb has opportunity here to steal this title and get his 3rd title. Now, do I think that'll actually happen? I give it a low percentage chance, maybe 25% or less. But there is a chance, because he has been hanging around. Like Jet, if Jet wants to really secure this title and win it, Jet needs to come out tonight, and he just needs to very calmly lay the smack down the way he knows how, which is to literally just outride all of these guys. He needs to ride around at 80%, which, as we saw in St. Louis there, usually translates to between a second or 2 per lap faster than all the rest of these guys. And he just needs to very calmly, no matter what happens, just work his way to the front, get the lead, and off he goes. There goes Justin Cooper. Hashtag qualifying assassin. That's exactly what he is. He's a qualifying assassin. Guy's insane. Eli Tomac here. Weirdo ankle injury. Okay. I'm not saying he didn't have a weirdo ankle injury. Would make sense with the way he's riding. But, bro, let us in on this situation. If anybody out there knows, I got a little pro tip the other day on my blue crew that I have. I got a 21 YZ 250F, and I struggle with front end traction for the way I ride. I'm a front wheel steerer when it comes to riding, and I was told the other day that these blue crews are heavy rear end steerers, and that if I take a link out of my chain and shorten it up all the way, because in order what Yamaha has basically done is they've built these bikes to yank starts, which means they made the wheelbase super long so that you don't wheelie through stuff. So I was told to shorten it all the way up as much as I could, cut a link out of my chain if that was what was necessary, and kind of play around with it in that sense. So if anybody knows if that's actually the case, I'm gonna try it. because I don't really have anything to lose. I still am having issues with that. I've rode a couple times this year and I'm still having the same issue with it. So if anybody knows anything on that, let me know. I'm gonna try that first, and then we'll start playing more with suspension here and see what happens. But I'm looking for that feel much more like a Honda, to where the front end plants more. I don't. I'm not a Ryan Villapoto that steers with the rear per se, so we'll go with that. Here's Jet. Looks like he's on a heater. He's gonna go 3, 2, blitz, whoops, fast as fuck boy. And there he goes. Gonna rip that corner on off. Okay, that's way faster than jumping over. Flat corner, wall, rut for another flat corner, boom through sand. Outside line there, jumping out as far as we can. Boom, on, off. Triple, single into the corner. Let's see here, 3, 3, 1 into the corner, and finish. And goes from a 53.4 to a 52.1. 52.127, so puts about 400ths on Webb there. Not bad. So rundown here as far as qualifying right this second. We've got Jet up top, 52.12. We've got Justin Cooper in second with a 52.16. We've got Cooper Webb in third with a 52.25. And we've got Tomac in fourth with a 52.86. So them Star Boys all up at the top of the board there. All up at the top of the board. Interesting to see if they... Ooh, Chase almost got... oh, he's mad. He's mad. Like, itches there. Yeah, so Chase and that KTM don't jive. Let's just put it that way. So I don't think Chase is going to be on KTM after the next year or two here, depending when his contract runs out. Here's Webb once again. Saucy. Ooh, he went over that table. That was interesting, which allowed him to double into the corner, which is fast. And now he's going to go 3, 2, 2, and stay super low, and goes to the top with a 51.7. And there goes Tomac to second with a 52.0. Webb's here to play, boys. Webb's here to play. Interesting. Super interesting. There's Chase tracking that rear around again. Chase appears to have a bunch of weight on the front end there and not a lot on the rear, because that rear is just sliding. Like he's driving that bike essentially with the rear end of that bike, which is strange. Haven't known KTMs to be that way, but you know, at least he ain't pushing that front, son. Let's see here, 3 into the corner, and not going to be that fast. He goes from a 53.0, and he stays at a 53.0. So anyway, let's see here. Good morning. Glad I came across your channel. I'm from Guchistan, and I've been riding for 10 years. Do you have any tips on keep my chain safe from sand and erosion? Make sure it's lube, bro. That's the best way I can tell you to keep your chain safe from that kind of stuff, is to make sure that that chain is lubed. So okay, so we still got Webb on top of that 51.7, just absolutely flying. We're watching Sexton right now. He is, I believe, struggling with rear end traction a little bit here. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know, man. He's just not quite there. Sexton's goes to a 52.4, so better, but still not great. Let's put it this way. I don't think his chances of defending this title, I think, are very, very small. Like, we're talking less than 5 or 10%. So it's really a bummer for him. I'm glad he won one, but I don't think backing it up is going to be a thing. So Jet has... Nope, Jet's still in third. Okay, cool. Got about a minute left here, so times will start to fall in here. Let's see here. Eli's on one right now. That cow gear. Not sure how I feel about that cow gear. Isaac loves that stuff. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's my style. I mean, if they gave it to me, sweet. Or if I had money and I wanted gear, I do like the Alpine Stars gear. I have a set Tomac on a heater here, dude. Double into that corner, stays low, goes double up. He was on a heater there. Maybe not. 3 into the corner. He goes from a 52-0, and he's still on a 52-0. So, okay. All right, so we got about 15 seconds left here. Does Jet put one down that is faster? Does he get into the 51.5, say? Because I have a feeling if he does go faster, it's going to go to a 51.5. Interesting. Let's see here. And just like that, time's up. Checker flag's going to be out. See if anybody's on a heater here. Real doubtful, but we'll see. Here comes Jet across. Doesn't look like he's on a heater, though. So, nope. Looks like we're going to have Webb up top with a 51.7, Tomac with a 52.0, and Jet with a 52.1 there. Going to be your top 3. Huh. Okay. All right. So that's, yep. So we got Webb, Tomac, Lawrence, Cooper, Sexton, other Lawrence, Anderson, Roxon, Stu, and Justin Hill rounds out the top 10. Interesting qualifying session there. But we'll see. So thanks everybody for tuning in here. This has been the live Foxborough show here, qualifying show. We'll be back with a race reaction later tonight after the race. Make sure to comment your choice for winners down below. And we'll see everybody for a race reaction show later. See ya.